What would you do to protect your family? I had a crazy dream. Welcome to Shut Eye Theater. And in this dream, well, it gets interesting. You see, I took my family to one of those Air Force shows. This one was near our hometown. And we went to go see the Blue Angels and Thunderbirds do amazing feats of, just, what they do. As well as the one thing I was excited to see was a lot of our World War II planes and even a single World War I plane were being flown during this air show. I love planes, love watching them. I've always wanted to fly one. So it was fun to take my sons to go watch this with my wife. As we were there, we hear an echo through the sound around us, and we all look up into the sky and see fireballs falling. Well, we start to freak out because it looks like some of these meteorites, or what we suspected to be meteorites, were coming right for us. So we start panic. Everyone starts to run. I knew the best option to do was to wait and see where they went before you start running, because it's hard to tell where they're going until they get closer, which is kind of a tough thing to do. So we waited. As we waited, I noticed something odd. They slowed down. Meteorites don't slow down. These ones did. They slowed down and stopped. Yes, they are still big hunks of space rock. Yes, they are still meteorites. But they had engines. They had a metal shell just wrapping around them. And instantly, I noticed they started humming. You could see a blue halo wrap around them. And all of a sudden, all our Air Force planes that were in the air started getting these halos around them as well. And every single one of them, including our antiques, started crashing into everything. All our ground planes were being crashed into. The only plane that didn't crash was our World War I plane, of all things. It didn't get a halo. The pilot of that plane decided to load the ammunition it had on board and tried to fight back, but it was only a World War II plane, or World War I plane. There wasn't much we could do. As I watched and started to realize what was going on, we were being attacked. I think my family would start to run, but all the cars in the parking lot, they too started getting these halos around them, and they started zipping around, crashing into buildings, crashing into trucks, armored trucks, tanks. Even the tanks that weren't being controlled quite yet started to get halos as well. This alien force had a technology to control anything with some form of a computer in it. So it got scary. I tried to call to see if we could get help, but a cell phone wouldn't work. Had a computer. Nothing with a computer on Earth was safe against this technology attack from these aliens. They could do whatever they wanted. Our communication was gone. In seconds, satellites started falling out of the sky. Our Air Force was worthless against them. Even our missiles could not do anything, for they could lock them down. Our computers controlled whether they launched or not, and well, they took over the computer, so there goes our missiles. We could do nothing. We were helpless. Why were they attacking? I did not know. All I knew is I had to get my family out of there. So we ran. As we were running, I decided we run around one of the hangars to see if we can get away, running towards a dirt road going into the forest. As I ran around the hangar, I noticed a doorway open up before the dirt road with a purple electrical pattern to it. It didn't open up in a door frame of any kind. It didn't even open up on a building. It just opened up in the air. And someone that looked human beckoned to us, saying, "In here now." I didn't think twice. I should have, but I didn't. I grabbed my family and we ran in. Same with a lot of the other survivors from the Air Force show. We all got in there, and as soon as we could, the door closed before one of the meteorites noticed us. As we were in there, and the human-looking person directed us to kind of a grand hall area. in this ship of some kind, where we were addressed by an alien. The alien, using some form of technology, translated to English, letting us know that Earth has been caught up in a war. It's not our war, and they didn't expect us to fight. In fact, they were there to try and help protect us. They hate seeing any sentience being harmed. So, they vowed that they would protect us, do the best they can. In fact, this is their war. The only problem was they were small in numbers. They had plenty of technology, plenty of ships. They just didn't have the numbers to fight back, whereas this other alien race had quite advanced technology. Now, the reason why they are attacking us, as we were being informed, is because they wanted to use us as a launching ground to be able to get to this other alien race. So our planet became a place of contention. Our whole solar system, in fact, has become a place of war. And that other alien race wanted to use our resources and our planets. Why couldn't they just leave us alone? Well, they didn't want us joining the fight. They didn't care which side we would choose. They just didn't want us joining in fear that we might join against them, because they didn't have the advanced technology in this war. They just had the numbers, and they didn't want any numbers joining their enemy. Well, that was their mistake. Now, this alien race vowed they would protect us. They just asked that some of us would help fight to protect our planet. They didn't ask us to join the war. They just wanted some help to man some ships that they could spare to protect the planet. They asked for volunteers. I didn't hesitate, because it was a no-brainer to me. I volunteered on the spot because I would do whatever it took to protect my family. And it meant joining up to fight in a war that was not my own. Now, as I got a chance to look out the window after this meeting, I realized we were on a ship orbiting Jupiter. They had technology to open doorways pretty far away, not further than the solar system, but a decent distance. And they were able to just transport everyone over there, and they were doing a mass rescue system. They had several ships doing the same, rescuing everyone from Earth during this bombardment to give us a chance to counterstrike. My family was safe. In fact, they even helped me save the rest of my large family on Earth so that none of us were harmed. That's where I woke up. I did get to go on to the deck, and I was just comms, more or less, and optics, I guess you could say, operator. Eventually, I hope I'd get to fly the thing, but I wouldn't know unless I had another dream going down the same road. Now, usually with these kind of dreams, I tend to have another that tends to continue the story. Unfortunately, this dream happened about 3 weeks ago when I recorded it down the first time, and I have not had a continuation. If I do, I'll let you know. I hope I do. This was a pretty fun one. Have you ever had dreams where you hope you make the right choice, doing whatever it takes to fight and protect your family? I hope I have that kind of integrity in real life, but you never know. But usually a dream is a good reflection. How you act in it is a reflection of how you might act today. Either way, let me know in the comments if you've ever had a crazy dream where you'll do what it takes to protect your family. Until next time, sweet dreams.